Welcome to section 2.6. This is the 17th session of the ISACA CISA exam prep series. In this session, we'll cover how enterprises protect personal data. We'll work through several questions. What is a privacy program and what must it cover? What guides the way you handle personal data? Why does documentation sit at the heart of it? What are the key privacy documents? And how do you audit a privacy program? Why does this matter beyond the exam? Because mishandling personal data can end a business. Picture a fitness app collecting health details from millions of users. One careless data flow and regulators come knocking. Trust evaporates and fines pile up fast. A solid privacy program keeps that from happening, and confirming it works is increasingly part of your role. So what is a privacy program and what must it cover? It makes sure all personal data is found and managed properly. That means following the law and respecting people's rights. Personal data is any information tied to an identifiable person. The program runs across several practice areas. It sets privacy roles and responsibilities. It runs training and awareness. It watches over vendors and third parties. And it handles privacy incidents when they occur. The goal is protection across the full life of the data. Where do the requirements come from? They split into two groups, internal and external. Internal requirements are the things you control yourself: assigning roles, inventorying data, writing policies, managing incidents. External requirements come from the outside world, identifying the laws and contracts that apply to you, posting an honest privacy notice and honouring data subject rights. Think of it as two checklists, one you build and one the world hands you. Both have to be satisfied. What guides the way you handle personal data? Privacy principles inside a chosen framework do that. They let you apply controls consistently across every activity. Several well-known sets of principles exist to pick from. And this area is getting more regulated all the time. Laws in Europe and the United States keep expanding. Many are built on those same underlying principles, so picking a framework gives you a stable backbone. Why does documentation sit at the heart of it? Because without it, you cannot prove anything. Documentation demonstrates how you actually manage data. It helps you meet legal obligations and build stakeholder trust. It shows a standard of due care. Your internal and external documents must align with the law. And you review them regularly to keep them current. If the program is only in people's heads, it does not count. So what are the key privacy documents? Start with the privacy notice. It is an outward-facing statement written for the public. It explains how you collect, use, keep, and share personal data. Because privacy rests on informed consent, this notice sets your accountability. Regulators judge you against what the notice promised. It can appear as a web page, a form, a brochure, or even a sign. A sign warning of cameras in a building is a privacy notice. And give people enough time to read it before you collect anything. What records the agreement itself? That is the consent form. It documents that a data subject agreed to your notice. It might be an opt-in button, a tick box, or a signature line. The more explicit the consent, the stronger your protection. But a signature alone is not the whole story. Real consent is a continuing back and forth between you and the person, and people can usually withdraw consent at any time. So build a way to capture that withdrawal too. How do you know what data you even hold? You build a personal information inventory. It is a documented repository of all the personal data you handle. Unlike a notice, it is internally focused. Its job is to show you what might be at risk. Add data flow mapping wherever you can. Every enterprise is different, so the contents will vary. And keep it current, or it quickly loses value. Are there other documents to know? Yes, a whole supporting set. Activity logs record who did what, like who attended training. A register of legal requirements lists every rule that applies. Risk assessment reports show your overall privacy risk status. Privacy impact assessments check whether data is properly safeguarded. Governance reports update stakeholders on compliance and incidents. Training records prove your due care for education. A data incident register stores the facts of every breach. And an individual rights register tracks every request from a person. Together, these tell the full story of your program. So how do you audit a privacy program? Privacy audits confirm your practices match the rules. They check compliance with internal policy and external law. Annual data protection audits are essential here. Build a framework to measure and monitor the program. Track effectiveness, compliance, breaches, and third-party access. As the auditor, you evaluate how well the controls work. Are privacy terms in third-party contracts? Are retention and destruction rules actually applied? Did employees get trained, and is the data inventory kept up? And are people's requests handled the right way? So let's bring it together. A privacy program finds and protects personal data across its life. Requirements come from inside and outside, and both must be met. Principles in a framework keep your controls consistent. Documentation is what proves the program is real. The notice, the consent form, and the inventory anchor it. And regular audits confirm the whole thing holds up. Master this, and personal data becomes an asset you can defend. The MCQs covering all the topics and concepts from this session are available on RooCloud.com. Practice the chapter-specific MCQs before moving on to the next session. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, post a comment below or email us. I will see you in the next session.